The caretaker of Jinjo, the leader of Jinjo.
Universities, Nadara, Makerere University, Jambo University, Mons, Buzitema, IU, Guru University, Baran University, Mountain of the Moon, okay, YMCA. Batata bamama baganda bange ne banyinanze sizenzeka first lady ali awo atudde aliwa wa complex agasa njagala kwebaza Mukama Katonda kuba tusobozezza okutuuka ku lunaku luno. Guno omukolo si mutono kubanga abagulaba bali buli wamu mu nsi yonna. This is a big event. Neyanza nnyo Mukama Katonda olw'okukuuma ensi yaffe n'okutukuumira ekibiina kyaffe. Kino ekibiina kyaffe ekya Democratic Party nakyo kitukuuma ate nakyo kikuuma ne Uganda. Omanyi Katonda we yali asiiga ebisolo byonna langi, waliwo ebisolo ebitaatereera kati ng'embisi. Embisi teyatereera ng'ebuukabuuka wewulira olusu lw'akanyama ng'edduka ng'egenda ate nekomawo. N'olwekyo penti yali awo era empisi ogiraba, penti teyakwata bulungi. Naye kati teebereza, waliwo ebisolo ebirala Katonda yateekako penti n'olabira ddala nga kalazi ezo nga bw'olaba zebra. N'olwekyo point Ismail Kiria yayogeddeko eri abavubuka, mukkirize ababasingako babatendeke. Kubanga wotakkiriza tojja kumalako. In DP we say a forest without young trees is a future desert. A forest without young trees is a future desert. Yes. When you look at the National Executive Committee of DP, I think the average age is the lowest. We have got a lot of young people. So DP has a future because of people like Ismail Kiria. And I want to congratulate Ismail for this great milestone. It has been a long journey. But it should be an inspiration to you young people that it is possible. Some of you don't know our journeys. Some of us grew up in the villages. I was a cobbler mending shoes. I was a bicycle repairer. I used to mend saucepans, but eventually I ended up in the big schools. I ended up in Makerere. I even went to that university in America known as Yale University, where the Bill Clintons and the George Bushes of the world studied. So, Bana, Chisoboka. It is possible. So this is a celebration of possibilities, not impossibilities. And it is possible for Uganda to change peacefully. Yes. Zayogera Vakulu. Yeah. Mumbamuka iga Uganda twaine entalo. Onotalo lwa myaka 20. Nejaja wange yakafiramu. Tukusasira mama. Kakati ebintu byonna bisoboka. Twayogeranga tukyali bavubuka. Nze nagenda mu parliament nga nina emyaka 28. Nagifuluma neyagalidde nga mpezezza emyaka 38. Tewali yanfulumya mu parliament. Kubanga nalina agenda. Naye twatunuuliranga abantu abanyigiriziddwa mu lutalo nga balinganga abaweddemu essuubi, ne tubagumya ne tubagamba nti bujja kutya lumu ng'amasasi gasirise tubeere n'emirembe. DP omwaka gw'enkya 2024 ng'ekibiina tujja kuba tuwezezza emyaka 7 weddu. Tuli machuwa, tetunawa kukaddiwa naye tuli machuwa ng'ekibiina. Tulina bingi bye tusobola okusomesa abalala. UID ye nasale bedi ya DP. Obukulembeze bwa DP buva mu UID. Era mwe bana UID abali wano mwesuneko kubanga mwabagenda okutusikira UID Makerere. Kati nganze eyasikira abo abatandika ekibiina kyaffe. Mu Lwarabu bampita Al-Khalifa. Sabula. Al-Khalifa abeera musika. Khalifa kyasikira si kikye, abeera mukuumi. Muteekewo enjawulo wakati wa Minisita Mao n'ekibiina kya DP. Nga mulina okuteekawo enjawulo wakati wa dereva n'emmotoka. Minisita Mao mukuumi, ekibiina si kikye. Oluusi mbeera mukambwe ennyo mu bukuumi bw'enkola, kubanga ekintu kyenkuuma manyi nti waliwo abalindirira okukisikira. N'olwekyo tetujja kukkiriza muzannyo. Njagala kulabula abo abatasaanidde kubanga bo balowooza nti buli omu asobola okukulembera. Omuganda agamba akaswa akampi bwe buzanyiro bw'endiga. Ebiswa birina kuba biwanvu, embuzi ze zirina okuwalampa ebiswa. Naye ennaku zino n'endiga nazo zirowooza nti zisobola okuwalampa ebiswa. Kiri oli mbuzi, toli ndiga. N'olwekyo eyo ye standard ya DP. DP erina standards. Tomala gavubutuka eri nga kyemeza. Gagana amayuni agakulira mu wetland agataliimu. Tulabulaba kyemeza abatwogerera amafuukule mu kibiina kyaffe. Omukulembeze alina kutendekebwa. So Ismail and your colleagues, I want to assure you that as the leaders of the party today, we will always create opportunities for the youth who are ready. Tetujja kujula bitayinde. Tetujja kujula bitayinde.
I'm ready.
We will always create opportunities for those who are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
I encourage you, like in the church, the altar boys of today will be the cardinals and the popes of tomorrow.
Yes.
It is a journey. I was a member of DP for 20 years without even being a village executive committee member. 20 years. I joined DP in 1989. I only joined the National Executive Committee in 2008, coming to 2009. Twali batimbi b'ebifaananyi, nga ffe twaniriza abanene, ffe tutegeka entebe, naye nga nabo batutegeka. N'olwekyo abavubuka ba DP, don't underestimate yourselves. One of the biggest contributions of DP to nation building and the struggle for democracy is that we never lose sight of the big picture. I pray we don't ever do. Some of our opponents demonize us to be myopic, political self-seekers, even cowards. But eventually we are proved right. Our cause endures. In the run-up to independence, DP as the party of government advocated for universal suffrage nationwide. For that reason, because DP wanted all Ugandans to vote, one person, one vote, and the established Uganda wanted the MPs from Buganda to be elected by the Lukiko, but not the people. DP went on a collision course with Mengo. Because many people ask, why did DP clash with Mengo? It was because DP was saying there must be democracy. Every Ugandan in Buganda must have a vote. The kingdom said, no, tujja kubalondera abakulembeze bammwe. So, the entrenched feudal interests in the kingdom of Buganda clashed with Benedicto Kiwanuka, our hero. Benedicto Kiwanuka was treated like a leper. Some of you think Norbert Mao has suffered in the leadership of DP. Actually, Ben Kiwanuka suffered more than Norbert Mao. Even Dr. Semogerere suffered more than Norbert Mao. The vested interests at Mengo formed a special purpose vehicle and called it a political party. It was called Kabaka Yeka. They coalesced with a complicit colonial power and resolved that in the 1962 elections, the people of Buganda would have their MPs elected for them by the Lukiko. The KY MPs then formed a coalition with UPC of Obote and they formed a government. That is what is called the marriage of convenience. This locked Kiwanuka out of parliament and kept DP out of power. That marriage of convenience soon collapsed in a heap for reasons that are well known. Fast forward, as the NRA stormed Kampala with guns blazing, DP with the broadest social base joined the NRM government in 1986. That is the proper period from which to start my argument for what our problem seems to be. Namely, I'm defining the problem of Uganda. The misguided and narrow definition of what an opposition is. When the NRM took over, the opposition was UPC and its fiery Assistant Secretary Cecilia Ogwal. Its base was Uganda House, and the institutional framework it leaned on was the Presidential Policy Commission, which was appointed by its exiled leader, former President Obote. The opposition, in quotes, was geographically positioned in the north and ethnically Nilotic. Government was geographically southern and ethnically Bantu. After 10 years of a stalled democratization process, the DP leaders, Dr. Semo Gerere and his colleagues, walked out of government and announced that he would run against Museveni in the 1996 elections. Ever the big tent party and the big picture party, DP chose its old nemesis, UPC, as its partner. DP and UPC were serious opponents, but in 1996 they became partners, putting Uganda ahead. They formed what is known as the Interpolitical Forces Coalition, IPFC. The old fours became partners. Dr. Semo Gerere and Cecilia Ogwal traversed the country together. Like Kiwanuka in the 60s, Semo Gerere was demonized and turned into a leper. He was presented as a Trojan horse working for the return of Obote into power and as a front for the resurgence of the defeated and murderous Nilotics from the north. Semo Gerere swept the polls in Teso, West Nile, Acholi, and Lango. The rest of the country shunned him. The Bantu Nilotic divide was clear in 1996. In 2001, against the wishes of some of us, DP and Dr. Semo Gerere rallied around Kizza Besigye, who challenged Museveni on a platform of reform. It was then not foreseen that Besigye would form a political party that was known as the coward of the county, was at last fighting back and would take no bullshit from the so-called leading opposition party. We reclaimed our voice and our power to decide for ourselves. We would no longer be a wagon to be towed around aimlessly. We were determined to be an engine, captains of our souls, masters of our fate. The IPC was stillborn because it was seen as a special purpose vehicle to perpetuate the Museveni-Besigye political field, as opposed to presenting an alternative to the NRM. I repeat this. We have a choice between those who are feuding with President Museveni and those who want to be an alternative to NRM. Indeed, in a short time, Even the UPC under Otunu left the IPC. Mabike and his SDP soon abandoned the IPC on account of the FDC double dealing. Mabike was the official IPC candidate for Kampala Lord Mayor. But behind his back, FDC negotiated with Subi to front Lukwago as an independent candidate for Lord Mayor. Mabike walked away and in his wake spewed many unkind words about FDC and Besigye. In 2015, another attempt at coalition was made, but FDC did not want its position as the opposition in quotes to be challenged. It was at the heart of the most delicate negotiations. One day I will have to speak out why the TDA collapsed, because I know a lot. Unfortunately in Uganda, those who know very little are the ones who talk a lot. And those who know much say very little. But soon I will be speaking. That time hasn't come. I have kept my notes, which are very well hidden, not only physically, but also in the cloud. As we face the prospect of the 2021 elections, we launched the DP-UID Reunion Caravan. I drafted the mission of the reunion, and I quote, to shape a collective future. And the intention was that the fragmented forces that have valiantly stood in the gap fighting for democracy should consolidate, realign, and coalesce at the head of the democracy-seeking forces in Uganda. Each reunion would be an occasion to rediscover our mission, to rebuild our mother party, unite all the democratic forces, and lead the charge for democratic change. Must realize that there are certain people who will never support us, even if we walk on water. Let us consolidate our base of true believers who share our ideology. The DP ideology is pragmatic nationalism. We do everything to support what works for our country. Let's be the party that will be the tiebreaker in our politics. Let's be the bridge over which Ugandans will walk to a new and better future. Let us be the healing balm for a hurting country. We will always be misplaced among the radical individualists. Ladies and gentlemen, grasshoppers do not fly with locusts. So DPs, be yourselves. Be DP. Don't pretend to be what you are not. Our history should guide us as we redefine our identity and goals. Sticking our finger in the air to find out. We have members of DP in Parliament who are serving in the cabinet of the leading opposition party. Have they left DP? When FDC was the leader of opposition, we had members of DP who were serving in the FDC cabinet. So let us redefine the ingredients of change. Today, people think that whoever abuses President Museveni the most is the most capable leader. But we have the most abusive people. They are on TikTok. Do you think they can be leaders? Now we come to this fourth generation of the Kyrias born in the 80s and 90s. This is the most catalytic, pivotal, and dynamic generation. We have to prepare them to be the prime movers in the affairs of DP and the country. Of course, the fifth generation is breathing behind you. Those born in the 2000s, between the year 2000 and 2020. This is the generation whose dreams will propel Uganda forward if they are taught to act out of inspiration instead of desperation. It is a pity when political actors in a country are motivated by desperation rather than inspiration. As your leader, it is my prayer that you will continue to be inspired by the dreams of our founders. For a Uganda whose foundation is truth and justice. In my own small way, I've worked hard to get political prisoners released, though I've never thanked. Starting from 2021, we got over 70 of the people power new people released. We worked behind the scenes to get Sewanyana and Segrinya released. Right now, I'm on a campaign to stop civilians from being taken to military courts. Is that a bad thing? When I entered cabinet, the first paper I took before cabinet was to constitute Cabinet Standing Committee on Human Rights. And I'm the chairman of that committee. In that committee sits the most powerful ministers. Internal Affairs, Defense, Foreign Affairs, Local Government, Gender, Labor and Social Development, the Attorney General, even the Secretary General of NRM, as the party which is most accused in human rights cases, sits ex officio, plus the government chief whip. On my table is the Transitional Justice Bill, which has a proposal to establish a National Dialogue and Reconciliation Commission. This country is hurting. This country needs a healer. This country does not need a Schwarzenegger. This country needs a Musau to heal it in order to defeat Goliath. I am proud that in DP, the generation born in the 80s and 90s are developing a peerage of leadership. You have seen them. Please work together, stick together, become proper comrades. And our duty is to protect you. That is why the Vice President of the Women's League was congratulating us for passing a gender policy to ensure that we have more women in the leadership of DP. She was also thanking us for passing the anti-sexual harassment policy, because that is a major problem in many political parties. To advance in leaders, women go through a lot. Some of them have to undergo confidential interviews. That is totally unacceptable in the Democratic Party. Therefore, this peerage will be a peerage of people who can be acceptable, live on the various social media platforms. We'll continue to appreciate that in Uganda we have got extreme elements, both in the NRM and in the so-called opposition. Let us build a broad center. For me, I believe that Uganda's time to choose has come. And the political parties in Uganda must be individually strong. DP is not a social club, it is a political party. And DP is big enough for all of us. I hear there are some people who want to come and lead DP, but they don't want to contest for president. From independence, all DP presidents have contested for president. So there is no room for anybody to lead DP who does not want to contest for the highest office in the country. You must be having the capacity to move from Kisoro to Koboko, from Kasese to Kapchorwa. You cannot just vimba in your village and think that you're a very big man. You will be like a frog that is swimming in a well. It looks at the sky above and thinks that's the whole world. Yet there is Australia, there is South America, there is Russia. The frog will think, I've seen the whole world. To the prodigal sons and daughters of DP, abaana baffe abazaawa tetujja banoonya kuba ekkubo eribazza mulimanyi. Abaana baffe aba DP abazaawa tetujja banoonya kubanga ekkubo eribakomyawo ewaka mulimanyi. Mwesalirawo ne mugenda, tubawulira engeri gye mubonaabonamu gye mwagenda. Tuwulira okulajana kwammwe, babagingiriza, babatuddeko, temwina tudoboozi, babasolozako sente. Mu DP ng'oyogera ky'oyagala tewali akufulumya. Mao mugumiikiriza, gye mwagenda teri mugumiikiriza. Katusuubire nti Katonda n'abateekamu omutima okujjukira nti ffe tetwabagobangako. Mwe mwazaawa mwekka. Kati eri bannaffe endiga ezaabula, ezo tujja zinoonya. Endiga zaffe ezaabula tujja zinoonya. Tuteekawo olusalosalo wakati w'abaana abazaawa n'endiga ezaabula. With whom I signed the cooperation agreement. The only job you need to do, which is of historical significance and which should be your legacy, is to cut the bile from the liver. When you have a liver, there is always that very bitter liquid. It is called the bile. If you puncture it, the liver will not be edible. Even the meat may not be edible. We pray that you will have a steady hand to cut out that liver, that bile. We pray that you will have a steady hand to cut out that bile and throw it away. What do I mean by the bile? The bile of tribalism, the bile of hatred, the bile of violence, the bile of corruption, the bile of impunity. I'm told in Mulusoga, Baketa, Kaka, President Museveni should cut out that akaka. I don't know what it is in Uganda. Akalulwe. He has got to cut out that akalulwe, that bile. There is no need for President Museveni to open another factory. There is no need for him to build another dam to generate electricity. There is no need for him to build another bridge like the Ginger Nile Bridge. He has done all those things. Ugandans have seen internet. Ugandans have seen mobile phones. Even here we have a satellite. The one thing Ugandans have never seen is peaceful change of government. Toyinza kweyita dereva omulungi nga buli lw'okyusa giya okuva ku giya namba emu okyuse ovuge ku giya namba 2 ng'emmotoka ezikira. Mu Uganda buli lwe tukyusa giya ng'emmotoka yaffe ezikira. Yazikira mu 71 n'ezikira 79 wuuyo 85 86. It is the duty of President Museveni to cut out that bile and ensure that Uganda sees what it has never seen before. Mr. President, your Bazukulu will build the factories. They will build the bridges. They will build the highways. They will even go to the moon. They will invent machines that we have never seen before. They will promote science. It is your duty to cut out this bile. I pledge to do my part. And I pray that my party will stand with me and the rest of Uganda, so that the building blocks of Uganda for giving you to us. And today I want to pledge that we shall work hard to complete the masjid in honor of Haji Nyende. That masjid, we must complete it. I have seen the bill of quantities. I am going to be the chief fundraiser. And I know that the assistant mufti, who is not here but who was supposed to be here today, will come for the opening, and I will be there in person. Nange ndi muzukulu wa Haji Sadi Kizito Oweruti. And I'm sure that project will show you part of Kyria's influence. Example. Of course, I have to thank the media. Thank you very much for being here. Many of you are independent. Sometimes you praise us, sometimes you attack us. That's the way it is. Sometimes we also attack you, but because we are human. But you do your job, because your job is to serve your audience. As Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, I pledge to continue supporting your fundamental freedoms. I know many of you are under threat. Some of you have been arrested. Some of you have been tortured. Some of you have been even kidnapped. Some of you have been threatened. But this is our country, and we must continue demanding the best from our leaders. Tekitegeeza nti omukulembeze oba tomwagala, w'omugamba nti byenkusuubizaamu bye bino. Banange omukulembeze bamuwabula, tebamuwakanya. Mutuwabule, kubanga waliwo enjawulo wakati w'okuwabula n'okuwakanya. Osobola okutuwabula. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mayor George Kajimu wa Festino atenga nze Vice President wa DP mu Buganda Region. Badde mu DP emyaka gyonna. Era nali omu ku bakulembeze aba youth mu kiseera twalonderawo Paulo Kabanga Ssemwogerere mu 1980. DP epaati ebaddewo kati emyaka 65. Mu kiseera kino ngamba abavubuka bonna mbebaza. Nembagamba mujje mu kibiina kya DP kubanga kigenda kubakusa. Mujje mu kibiina kya DP kubanga kigenda kubeerawo. Ffenna abaliwo kakati tugenda kugenda. Naye twagala omuvubuka ali grounded, ali ku ttaka, anywedde, gy'asobola okulwanirira amazima n'obwenkanya. Nti tagenda kujja mu DP oba bibiina birala ng'azze okubeera essente. Naye ng'azze okulaba nti demokulasiya ezimbibwa ate ekuumwa nga ng'omu. Nti omuvubuka asobola okufuna okudepoziti okuvaayo. Nti omuvubuka asobola okufuna omulimu. Nti omuvubuka asobola okulwanirira abantu bonna, asobola okulwanirira ensi ye. N'olwekyo abavubuka kaakati olwaleero mbagamba ekibiina kya DP kibiina ekigenda okubakuza kubanga kibiina kya mazima n'obwenkanya, kibiina kya mirembe, ate kibiina ekitali kya ntalo, ekibiina ekirowooza nti buli kaseera tusobola okuvaayo ne solutions okulaba nti ffenna tutambulira wamu mu ggwanga lyaffe ne tukuza eggwanga lyaffe ne tukuza embeera za buli muntu yenna ate ne tufuna emirembe mu nsi yaffe era ne bamirirano baffe. Olwekyo ndi musanyufu nnyo okulaba abavubuka abavudde mu masomero amakulu abavudde mu yunivasite y'e Makerere ne mu yunivasite endala nga basobola okubeera mu DP ate nga bamanyi nti mu DP tebagenda kujja kufunayo kasente naye nga gye bali nga basobola okukuza ekibiina ekyo. Ekibiina si kyabajjajja, kibiina kyammwe leero ng'abavubuka era mujje mutwale obukulembeze bwakyo.
Bangi bagamba nti tebagala kujja mu DP nga babalumiriza mbu lwakuba mbu nno mwalya.
Ekiriwo kakati si kugamba nti DP yalya. DP etunuulidde embeera gye tutambulira mu Uganda n'etunuulira emyaka gye tukubyemu akalulu okutuuka kakati nga akalulu ako bwe tukakuba tuvaamu nga tewali mu mativu. Kati nno kye tugamba nti bwe tuteekawo enkwatagana oboolyawo tusemberera okutu kw'oyo alina okuwulira kye tugamba n'okuwulira eddoboozi ly'abantu lye tuleeta okuva wansi. N'olwekyo okukola enkolagana si nkolagana yakulya naye enkolagana egamba tusobola okusemberera ntubeera kumpi n'okutuuko ne tukubuulira ensonga abantu ze bagamba, ensonga ezikwatagana n'okukyusa mu mateeka gaffe, ensonga ezikwatagana n'okukkaanya n'okuteesa dialogue okulaba nti buli munnayuganda yenna asobola okuwulirizibwa. N'olwekyo kyekyo kyokka ekituleeta mu nkwatagana gye tulimu ate nga nkwatagana ya kiseera kubanga enkwatagana eno egenda kuggwako ng'akalulu kano akajja katuuse. Briefly in English to appeal to the youth. First of all, to thank a youth that is in DP today, because a youth would like to get easy things, quick results. But now, when you say youth coming to DP, you know that you are having a youth that is grounded, a youth that wants to build himself, a youth that wants to see that all Ugandans will be happy in the future, that the youth will have employment as we move forward. Therefore, I'm appealing to all the youth, come to this party, which has been there for about 65 years. It's not a political party for our judges. It's your political party today. Because even those people who started the DP, the Benny Kiwanuka and the others, we are more or less at your age. So come and build the DP. Don't say that DP now has been sold, that DP has gone into an NRM. No. What we have seen today is that we have done all. We have voted each time. And each time we finish voting, people are not satisfied. Therefore now we say, let us be close to the ear that matters, and we speak directly to the ear and be able to correct a number of things and to bring the voice of the people on the ground, because we believe in truth and justice. We believe in dialogue. We believe in constitutional review. We believe in reconciliation. So we want now to try this option, and we believe that this option will work. If it doesn't work, then we will now start to look for other options.
So who is in Nakato? Okay. Yo, good to see you. Oh no, who is this? Small. Osanze mundo. Owe. Mukona gamba chi.
Mayor George Kajimu wa Festino atenga nze Vice President wa DP mu Buganda Region. Badde mu DP emyaka gyonna. Era nali omu ku bakulembeze aba youth mu kiseera twalonderawo Paulo Kabanga Ssemwogerere mu 1980. DP epaati ebaddewo kati emyaka 65. Mu kiseera kino ngamba abavubuka bonna era mbebaza ne mbagamba mujje mu kibiina kya DP kubanga kigenda kubakusa. Mujje mu kibiina kya DP kubanga kigenda kubeerawo. Ffe ffenna abaliwo kaakati tugenda kugenda. Naye twagala omuvubuka ali grounded, ali ku ttaka anywedde, nti asobola okulwanirira amazima n'obwenkanya, nti tagenda kujja mu DP oba bibiina birala ng'azze okubeera essente, naye ng'azze okulaba nti demokulasiya ezimbibwa ate ekuumwa nga ŋŋomu, nti omuvubuka asobola okufuna eddoboozi lye kuvaayo, nti omuvubuka asobola okufuna omulimu, nti omuvubuka asobola okulwanirira abantu bonna, asobola okulwanirira ensi ye. N'olwekyo abavubuka kaakati olwaleero mbagamba ekibiina kya DP kibiina ekigenda okubakuza, kubanga kibiina kya mazima n'obwenkanya, kibiina kya mirembe, ate kibiina ekitali kya ntalo, ekibiina ekirowooza nti buli kaseera tusobola okuvaayo ne solutions okulaba nti ffenna tutambulira wamu mu ggwanga lyaffe, ne tukuza eggwanga lyaffe, ne tukuza embeera za buli muntu yenna, ate ne tufuna emirembe mu nsi yaffe era ne bamirirano baffe. Olwekyo ndi musanyufu nnyo okulaba abavubuka abavudde mu masomero amakulu, abavudde mu yunivasite eya Makerere ne mu yunivasite endala nga basobola okubeera mu DP ate nga bamanyi nti mu DP tebagenda kujja kufunayo kasente, naye nga gye bali nga basobola okukuza ekibiina ekyo. Ekibiina si kyabajjajja, kibiina kyammwe leero ng'abavubuka, era mujje mutwale obukulembeze bwakyo.
Bangi bagamba nti tebagala kujja mu DP nga babalumiriza mbu lwakuba mbu nno mwalya.
Ekiriwo kakati si kugamba nti DP yalya. DP etunuulidde embeera gye tutambulira mu Uganda, n'etunuulira emyaka gye tukubyemu akalulu okutuuka kakati, nga akalulu ako bwe tukakuba tuvaamu nga tewali mu mativu. Kati nno kye tugamba nti bwe tuteekawo enkwatagana, oba oliawo tusemberera okutu kw'oyo alina okuwulira kye tugamba, n'okuwulira eddoboozi ly'abantu lye tuleeta okuva wansi. N'olwekyo okukola enkolagana si nkolagana yakulya, naye enkolagana egamba tusobola okusemberera ntubeera kumpi n'okutuuko, ne tukubuulira ensonga abantu ze bagamba, ensonga ezikwatagana n'okukyusa mu mateeka gaffe, ensonga ezikwatagana n'okukkaanya, n'okuteesa dialogue, okulaba nti buli munnayuganda yenna asobola okuwulirizibwa. N'olwekyo kyekyo kyokka ekituleeta mu nkwatagana gye tulimu, ate nga nkwatagana ya kiseera, kubanga enkwatagana eno egenda kuggwaako ng'akalulu kano akajja katuuse. Briefly in English, to appeal to the youth. First of all, to thank a youth that is in DP today, because a youth would like to get easy things, quick results. But now, when you say youth coming to DP, you know that you are having a youth that is grounded, a youth that wants to build himself, a youth that wants to see that all Ugandans will be happy in the future, that the youth will have employment as we move forward. Therefore, I'm appealing to all the youth, come to this party, which has been there for about 65 years. It's not a political party for our judges. It's your political party today. Because even those people who started the DP, the Benny Kuwanuka and the others, we are more or less at your age. So come and build the DP. Don't say that DP now has been sold, that DP has gone into an NRM. No. What we have seen today is that we have done all. We have voted each time, and each time we finish voting, people are not satisfied. Therefore now we say, let us be close to the ear that matters, and we speak directly to the ear and be able to correct a number of things and to bring the voice of the people on the ground, because we believe in truth and justice. We believe in dialogue. We believe in constitutional review. We believe in reconciliation. So we want now to try this option, and we believe that this option will work. If it doesn't work, then we will now start to look for other options.
Let's come back. General. Abakulembeze ba Democratic Party namwe tubaniriza nnyo ddala. Ekyambo goyi
the only men in law, and summarized Uganda, and Honorable Chirio, the big men, the men of men, the lion of Junja, the men besides the men when they are no other, the caretaker of Jinjo, the leader of Jinjo.
Mukibiina Mao was speaking to Democratic Party members in Jinja City at a Thanksgiving ceremony prepared by Honorable Ismail Kiria in Jinja. Mukibiina Mao said Democratic Party members should consolidate and redefine their goals.
So DPs, be yourselves. Be DP. Don't pretend to be what you are not.
He explained that the NRM with DP cooperation agreement has registered significant achievements.
Let us consolidate our base of true believers who share our ideology. The DP ideology is pragmatic nationalism. We do everything to support what works for our country.
Youth that is in DP today, because a youth would like to get easy things, quick results. But now, when you say youth coming to DP, you know that you are having a youth that is grounded, a youth that wants to build himself, a youth that wants to see that all Ugandans will be happy in the future.
The Democratic Party National Organizing Secretary Herbert Chutagwera said they are working on a roadmap to strengthen their political base.
Meaning we must organize ourselves and prepare ourselves for competition, because that is all politics is about. We have to compete with other political parties. So he does not support any bloodsheddy means. He knows that the only way we can change the leadership of this country is only elections, is through democratic means. But even if we complain that the democracy is, we still have challenges in democracy, it's very true. We have challenges in the democratic processes of this country. But
Ismail Kiria, also DP spokesperson, tipped the young people in discipline.
So we have gathered here as young people of the the Republic of Uganda. Only those leaders who subscribe to those organizations, so that we can celebrate together. This is the day to show our potential, and we want to appeal to our fellow comrades, the young people, that let us try to embrace respect, or let us have respect for our leaders in case you want to achieve what you want to achieve. Otherwise, if we disrespect the current leaders we have at the moment, then you'll be in position actually to be blocked, and you'll have nowhere you will go you'll be blocked and actually be your friends will be ushered in as far as politics is concerned. So let us try to embrace respect. We embrace also something which can take us forward as far as politics is concerned.
Apoyo.